A new 2026 report shows more than 2,000 lakes, rivers, streams, and even ditches fail to meet water quality standards in Minnesota. According to the Minnesota Pollution Control Agency, about 6,500 impairments were found in our waterways. Many in the Northland were on that list, including Lake Superior North and South watersheds, St. Louis River, Upper and Lower Red Lake, Nemadji River, and Lake of the Woods. Now, these bodies of water show mercury in fish tissue and impairments to aquatic life. Every 2 years, as required by federal law, the MPCA assesses all waters in the state. A body of water is considered impaired if it fails to meet one or more water quality standards. Now, those standards include how much of a pollutant can be in the water before it is no longer drinkable, swimmable, fishable, or usable. But experts say it's important to note that a water impaired for one designated use does not mean it's impaired in every aspect.
And it's hard to paint a picture statewide when you're talking about the list of if things are getting better or if things are getting worse, because you have cases like this where it's like, well, it got delisted for one parameter and it got newly listed for another.
The goal from these studies is to find out what's causing these impairments and how to address them. Now, the MPCA is always looking for more volunteer water monitors across the state. Volunteers conduct a simple water clarity test in a body of water twice a month from now through September. The MPCA provides all the equipment and training, so no experience is needed, and volunteers can choose which body of water to track. You can learn more at northernnewsnow.com.